As sad as this may sound, I have spent the vast majority of my life on the internet, and in doing so I have interacted with many communities on the World Wide Web. In this video I'm going to be talking about my experiences with 10 of these communities and to tell you which you should avoid and which you should be a part of in order to maintain enjoyment in the things that you participate in day to day. I'll try my best to keep these brief because there are some communities I really have strong opinions on that I don't have time nor can I be bothered to get into detail right now. So sit back, relax and enjoy my experience with internet communities. Demon Slayer. Woo! Starting off controversial. I like it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I am not the biggest fan of Demon Slayer. But the community, from what I've experienced, is not that toxic. For a popular show, I don't know what more I was expecting. I was expecting more toxicity, spoiler scumbags, invalidating reasons why the show is good. Sound familiar? Demon Slayer, all things considered, is a pretty welcoming community. Are they void of intelligence? A little bit. They have no standards given that they think their show is one of the best of all time. But most of the fans I met are not that delusional. They understand that their show is flawed. Say that you watched my video without saying that you watched my video. And they're very accepting to contrarian opinions. They're not that hive-minded. So overall, I think I'm going to give Demon Slayer a 7 out of 10. Epic War. I have never hidden my opinion on this gaming franchise. I absolutely adore the Epic War series. And so do you, because those are the videos that do the best on my channel. And the community is just that. Loving their game and doing everything they can to make sure that their game is on the top. The Discord server doesn't have that many people, but what we lack in numbers, we make up for in dedication. Whether it's mods that put the twist in the game, the memes in the community, and overall welcoming new members, Epic War is the definition of what a gaming community should be. And to be honest, I'm a little bit scared. On that fateful day where Last Melon releases the remakes onto Steam, how big will the community grow? If it grows too big, will we be able to maintain that ethos that we have built subconsciously in the Epic War community? Will it open the door to more toxic and unforgiving players now that Epic War Saga will eventually be PvP? I don't think it will, and even if it does, I think it will take a long time for it to get there. But these are a few things that are considered, and the fact that I'm so scared, it means I like the way things are right now, and I have no choice but to rate the Epic War community a 10 out of 10. Speedrunning. I think the speedrunning community got too big too quickly. I've seen this happen in so many games, but as the community grows, everyone's opinion automatically matters. Whether it's rule changes, things you can and cannot say, and ostracizing of other players, speedrunning does a lot to appease everyone. And the worst part is once this irrelevant minority gets what they want, they just stop running the game. They start running other challenges and mods and speedrunning other games. So why did you want change in this speedrunning community so badly? Now granted, this doesn't happen all the time, but honestly, in every community, I feel like 80% of the problems start from 20% of the people. And man, do those 20% scream very loudly. But if you genuinely ignore them, you find a lot of really nice people who just want some friendly competition. Not to mention marathon runs, which overall are a good cause, aren't they? And I was in UKSG 2021, which means that I could put that on my CV. Thank you, UKSG. All in all, the speedrunning community is a lot of fun if you ignore those little pests that are the 20% that want change all the bloody time. Final rating, 6 out of 10. The zombies community. Zombies is important for me because apart from Epic War, I feel like Call of Duty Zombies is the game that I put in the most effort and attention into growing up. And I hope you realise it pains me to say that the zombies community is everything you don't want a community to be. From strat hiding to lied world records to cheating, which still happens today, and if it doesn't happen today, man, are the precautions so high that you can't even play the game in peace anymore. And by far the worst competitive to casual knowledge gap I've ever seen in anything. And that stems down to years of misinformation being spread on the internet about Call of Duty Zombies. Now granted, you can't really blame the community of today for doing so. They have to clear up the mess which has been built up for over 10 years now. But if you want competitive zombies to be mainstream, then it's up to the competitive players to educate better on a broader scale. That's what communities like Super Mario 64 and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out did years prior. But then I realized I had a really sad epiphany when I stopped playing zombies last year. You want players who willingly play 80-hour games to get along, to have social interaction and be like, hey guys, don't be toxic to one another. Accept other people's ideology. Be chill. You want that to happen? Really? And you expect that to happen? Yeah, I don't think so. And I want to be proven wrong. Like, I hope that the zombies community can fix up, and one day it will be a mainstream game that everyone is happy with. Good luck on that journey, but I do not want to be a part of it. Final rating, 1 out of 10. The Dragon Prince. If I made this video pre-Season 4, this community would easily be a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Because although the community is pretty wholesome overall, well, it was, the most annoying part was ships, and people would not shut up about ships. And that was the main problem, and one of the reasons why I was just like, oh my god, be quiet. But I knew it came out of a place of love from the show, so I kind of accepted it and I lived with it. I wish that Season 4 didn't come out. Not because Season 4 was bad. No, I'm one of the few people who thought Season 4 was actually pretty entertaining. But now, Dragon Prince fans are honestly like, oh my god, the show that I've been watching all along is bad. I can't believe I wasted my time. Like, guys, calm down. First and foremost, the show is flawed, and I've been saying that for years. Yes, Viren was best character. Yes, our protagonists are not interesting people. Yes, none of the ships in the Dragon Prince are any good and never will be good. I told you this all along. But guys, that doesn't mean that the show is bad. I mean, yeah, the villains carried the show and you don't realize that, but they carried the show very well. Like, guys, this show still has potential. Ezra could have an awesome character arc. And yeah, the villains carry the show, but they do it well, and you never know, it might bring something amazing from the characters we've been following all along. Also, do I even need to remind you about Aravos? Sure, you didn't like Season 4. I don't understand why, but I can kind of accept it. But bro, we still have an entire saga left. It will all be good in the hood. The Dragon Prince is one of the better shows to come out in the East over the last 10 years. We'll be fine. Trust me, we'll be fine. And I think the community knows it too. Now that Season 5 was revealed, everyone is pretending that they loved the show all along and they can't wait to see what's next. Because fundamentally, all of this criticism is coming from a place of love. Of course it is. And it's not like certain other communities that like to attack creators over fiction. So all in all, I'm going to give Dragon Prince a 6 out of 10. Nothing amazing, nothing too toxic, a pretty okay community. I am very grateful for the self-improvement community, as if it wasn't for them, I would be a little dweeb rotting away in my room. I think that the self-improvement community is not only amazing, but necessary. It's necessary because if you watch someone who constantly wants to improve themselves, and you've been a bum all day, something clicks and you go, right, well, I gotta do some work, don't I? It's also one of the most supportive and loving communities. At the end of the day, people hold you accountable to improve. If someone gives you advice and you do not take it, everyone will look at you and be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, bro, we told you, meditate 10 minutes, you haven't meditated. We told you, go out on a walk. You said you didn't want to run. Fine, we gave you a compromise, go out for a walk. Why haven't you done it? You get me? It's a lot of people who want to help one another because we're all on this same journey. We're competing against one another, don't get me wrong. I want to improve more than you improve. That's just the nature of how it works. But it's a supportive competition, so to speak. No one really wants to beat somebody who's not fighting back, do they? It's also loving in the sense that it's tough love. People say it how it is. If you're slacking, people will call you out for slacking. However, this is kind of where my problem lies as well. Because as more and more people are joining the self-improvement community, more and more people lack credibility to give advice. I've only been really improving my life and on self-improvement since, I want to say, October, and I've been pretty intensely trying to level up on certain things. I still consider myself very bottom of the barrel. I'll give you an example. I have a pretty good balanced diet. I don't really eat a lot of junk food. I don't eat sugar whatsoever. I walk down the sweet aisle without even batting an eye. And I very irregularly snack between meals, but I am marathons away from good nutrition. And I know this, and I don't need that much research to even realize this. But there are a lot of people who just came into the self-improvement community who are spitting advice like it's saliva. There was a guy on a Discord server who said, "Oh my god, guys, I just cut 50 pound. I'm so happy." And my guy's like, "Bro, you're 13. You shouldn't be cutting. You should be bulking to increase your muscle mass." And the guy's like, "Yeah, but I'm morbidly obese, so I should be losing weight actually." This does come out of a place of love, but bro, you're at the bottom of the barrel. And, you know, I'm open to the fact that a true champ has to learn from all sources, even if it's what not to do. You haven't done that. So improve yourself and then you can improve other people. That's just the way it works. But it comes out of a place of love, and I realise that. So I'll give the self-improvement community an 8 out of 10. The new YouTuber community. Speaking of giving advice that they have no rights to be giving, the new YouTuber community is a lot of that. I've made an entire video on my second channel, you can click it down in the description, summarising that is my main problem with the community, that a lot of people who give advice to up and coming YouTubers have never uploaded. And that's honestly my only problem with the new YouTuber community. I have a lot more to say about this, which again, if you click that video, it will make a bit more sense. I understand that the new YouTuber community is a very supporting community, and I would be a lot worse off if I hadn't discovered it. And that's why I rate it a 7 out of 10. The NoFap community. This is kind of double-barreled with the NoFap community and the porn-free community. So the NoFap community is basically saying no ejaculation whatsoever, keep your balls big, and the porn-free community says, while we agree with NoFap, the main problem is porn. I'm kind of judging them both as one because they have similar values, all things considered. Again, this is a very supportive group which tells the stories of people struggling with addiction to pornography, and people are often open to stories that maybe they won't tell to people in real life, so that you can either learn from their mistakes or so that people who are more experienced in this field can give advice. My main two problems with this community is streaks and the importance of streaks, and the fact that a lot of people higher up who are more experienced kind of forget that addiction and battling with an addiction is a skill that you need to learn. Let's talk about the streaks first, because although it's not as prominent anymore, I feel like people do still bitch and moan about,
"Oh, but on day 14 of NoFap, you'll get double your concentration, and on day 21, you'll get more testosterone, and on day 30...
Right, okay. That's your experience. And I just want to say, as somebody who has gone to day 90 of NoFap, It is just another day at the office. And this is just the fact of the matter. Don't count the days, make the days count. If you know that you have something, you don't have much of it. And surely if you're constantly thinking about your streak, you're inevitably going to break it, aren't you? Streaks fundamentally just fail miserably. If you look at something like Snapchat streaks, fam, I've lost so many friends because they broke the streak. Don't use Snapchat, Snapchat is for carks. And Duolingo, bro, I think I have maybe 14 days of streak freezes. Even though my streak is over 700, I'm fairly certain that I have missed a few days, haven't I? So surely it should work the same with wanking. Again, I'm not going to make too much of a fuss about this. I'm going to make a separate video when I'm more educated too. But this is just my experience and what I believe to be true. And the second thing I have a problem with is people kind of forget that addiction is a huge part of someone's life. Like, you've probably watched PMO for over a decade, haven't you? It's not going to just be, oh, no, I'm not doing it overnight. You're still gonna have to go through the trials and tribulations of resisting the urge, aren't you? I don't know. These are just my issues with it. I know that, again, it's a supportive community, but I feel like the quality of education within the NoFap community is not of the highest quality that I would personally teach to any student that I have. Like, as a maths tutor, I'm not going to go to my student and be like, yo, little Timmy, don't play video games, literally only revise and you'll be amazing at maths. If little Timmy could do that, he wouldn't need me as a tutor, would he? And I feel like people should approach this in the same way. Final rating, 5 out of 10. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a community of two halves. Now, I absolutely love Jiu-Jitsu as a sport. I think Jiu-Jitsu is fantastic and I love the people that I have met through Jiu-Jitsu. In a competition when you're about to literally involuntarily do yoga on each other, it is amazing how supportive everyone is. We're all nervous, but at the end of the day, there's no tension in the room. There's no animosity between the competitors. It's all love at the end of the day. You could snap someone's arm off in a competition, and that's a lifetime acquaintance through future comps. It is amazing. I have learnt so much from so many different people about the Jiu-Jitsu mats, and I know that my journey through the sport hasn't even started. And then I look on the internet and I think, oh my god, these absolute morons are practicing the same martial art as I am. Famalama ding dongs. Some of the stories that I see on Reddit, just, you cannot make it up. Actually, let's read some right now. Let's go.
It's crazy to think that the average blue belt today could probably beat Hickson Gracie in his prime. Honestly, the level of jiu-jitsu today is so far outrageous to anything in the previous 2 decades. BJJ has progressed so much and hit an exponential growth curve. It'd be hilarious to watch a 4-strike white belt today, body lock past Hickson Gracie, and just watch his confused face as his guard is rendered meaningless. We owe so much to John Danaher and Gordon Ryan. If none of them existed, we'd basically still be opening closed guards by driving our elbows into our partner's thighs. Just the scientific and systematic way he's broken down jiu-jitsu has taken a new level. It's basically the same thing that Isaac Newton did in the field of mathematics when he invented calculus.
That I have cited is not a bait. This is exactly how this person thinks. And then you have like gym stories, which is basically like, oh, hey guys, my current instructor, I just realized, is a cult leader and a 5-time murder felon. I told this to his wife and then she just slapped me and the rest of the squad just laughed and did nothing about this abuse that I was a victim to. Do you think I should move gym? I like BJJ and I've been doing it for 3 years, but the next closest gym is 20 minutes away. This gym is 5 minutes away. It's too inconvenient to go to. It's like Craig Jones said, a lot of people who practice BJJ have no social skills. Maybe it's because I'm expanding my pool a little bit to be exposed to absolute cretins on the internet. Special shoutouts, however, to some online instructors such as Jordan teaches Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu, Jedi, and so on. Those guys are really chill, and you can watch those videos anytime you want to improve your techniques. But I'm talking about networking online. No, that is a farce. I'm not doing that. Final rating, 3 out of 10. The Sammy G. Yes, narcissistic me has to include my own community on this list. Yeah, you guys are really chill. I really appreciate the support so far. The Discord server pops off, and overall I've been enjoying the feedback that you guys have been giving me. I have been really enjoying uploading a video every single week this year, and I couldn't have done it without your guys' support. Even if it's negative, I appreciate it. I am truly grateful for each and every viewer that comes to my channel. And I hope that as the community grows, we can maintain this support and you can be entertained and hopefully leave my videos a little bit better than before you watched it. Final rating, 11 out of 10. And that's it. That's the video, guys. I'm now going to leave the internet for the time being and edit this video. Remember, just because this is my opinion on the community doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's good. It's just my experience. The internet is a beautiful place if you want to network with people who share similar hobbies and values as to you. The only way that you are going to realize whether or not these people are good or bad for you is by meeting them. So, network with people, have fun, because when it's all said and done, one of the biggest regrets that you're gonna have is not talking to people. Mainly people who are close to you, but talking to people is also nice, isn't it? What are some communities that you've participated in? What were they like? Let me know in the comments down below. Join my Discord server and you get to be part of my community, the Sammy G Squad. Please like, favourite, share, subscribe, and of course, make sure to view.